Hi, you guys. Welcome to Absolute Harmony and welcome to this pick a card reading. I would like to remind you that this is timeless. So even though it says post Mother's Day, whenever you're watching it is the perfect time. I would like to invite you to take a big breath in, exhale it out, clear your mind as you take a moment to choose whichever deck or decks you're called to. And then I will see you at your reading, which you can pick your timestamp below to go directly to your messages. I'll see you there. Hi, you guys. This is pile number 1. If you chose the rose quartz. You guys have been battling within yourself, really trying to put on a positive face for your children. I'm seeing, and if it's not your children, it is your close circle, your spouse, those who are closest to you. You are trying to heal from, and I'm feeling like the loss of mom. Trying to heal, still in disbelief. Still in disbelief, trying to wrap your mind around it. Really being, I need to show you this sun card. For those of you guys who are grieving your mothers, which I feel is very heavy with this pile, they are your sunshine. They were in this lifetime, as they are on the other side. They are over you. They are over you. They have a protective eye over you. And there's I don't know how to quite describe it, almost like a heaviness, which is related to the grief, the void in your heart. I'm just going to explain to you what I'm seeing. Your heart has this void space where your mom, that's her space. That space is not going anywhere. And there's almost like a layer of stone around it that is making it difficult for her to communicate with you, if that makes sense. Because I'm feeling like some of you guys have probably smelled her perfume. You may have her, I'm seeing flower gardens. I'm seeing, what is this flower? Hibiscus, frangipani. My dog's not dying, he's coughing or sneezing. He has that weird backwards sneeze. Smelling their perfume. I'm seeing even some of you might still have their belongings that you keep with you. Pictures by the nightstand, picture in your wallet. Your mother is so proud of you. So proud of you. And I have to show you the sun card again. That little naked happy baby on that white horse is your mom at your resilience. You know, I know this is how you feel every single day, every fucking single day, especially today, as you go out into the world. Like you are so afraid to be vulnerable because you feel like the only person who could hold enough space for you was your mother, and she is not here anymore physically in the capacity that you're used to her being here. open up your heart so she can communicate with you, because she really wants to tell you things. I'm here. A lot of you guys spoke to your mothers frequently. You might still have playback messages that voicemails that she left for you, listening to her favorite songs, reading old letters. You guys are finding ways to bond with her, but she's wanting you to not for, understand that you can remember her without holding on to the grief. Yeah, and this is coming from her. You can let go. You can still remember her without holding on to the grief. And I know hearing that it's like, how? the the grief is the reminder, almost like you're punishing yourself in a sense, is what it feels like. Not intentionally, but it's making it very pain is pleasure, is what I'm hearing. Pain is pleasure, even though remembering the good times is so beautiful, it's also so painful. Also so painful. It's so painful. I'm holding so much space for you guys because this heaviness that you walk outside with every day, especially today, you shouldn't have to hold that by yourself. You shouldn't have to hold that by yourself. Your mother is wanting you to start to chip away at some of that concrete that's around your heart, so that they can come in a little louder. And I see that you guys have been trying so hard to get through it. You have been, and the pride again. I'm just gonna keep showing you the sun card, because this is your mom, and proud doesn't even do it justice. Proud doesn't even do it justice of how. Yeah, I know it was probably suddenly too. Separated, might have got a phone call, might have heard the news from someone else that this happened. The internal conflict, the internal, what could I have done differently? You couldn't have done anything differently. And I know you don't want to hear this, because it's something you already know. Is that this was your mother departing this physical world was a part of both her journey and your journey, but it was, this is the High Priestess card. This is all about our intuition and connecting with our guides, with the divine. And your mother on the other side, as you're going through this huge transformation in your life, your mom wanted to be on the other side so that she can assist you in ways that she couldn't assist you in this world, if that makes sense. There are a lot of things that you want to accomplish still, and there are a lot of things that you have accomplished since she left. And again, the pride. What she wants you to do, though, is to stop being so hard on yourself. You have to trust yourself a little bit more. You guys are going back and forth with it's feeling like codependency. You guys are trying to fill the void with people, places, things that don't make you feel good. They don't make you feel good. They don't make you feel good. Running from yourself. That's what she's saying. Don't run from yourself. You're too beautiful to keep running from yourself. I didn't teach you to run from yourself. Yeah. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to be vulnerable with those who are trying to help you. I can see that a lot of you guys, you don't want people to see you in a you don't want people to see you without this mask on, without this, this weight that you walk outside every day with, but continue smiling. You don't want people to see how deep and dark that pain goes. And I get it, it's scary. You may not have even looked at it yourself. But until you acknowledge and sit with the ways that you've been holding yourself back, your mom is saying she can't fully step in because it's almost like she's showing like a part of her, you're holding on to her leg so tightly because you think that you'll forget her, or she'll forget you, or she won't come back, or the abandonment. There's the fear of abandonment there. But what she's saying is that the more that you work to transform the situation, because you'll never let her go. She's in your heart. She has that space right there. The more that you work through letting go of the physical vessel, the more that she can in turn, and she's showing it as a circle, coming back around the loop to help you in the spiritual. Because she's showing as if she's showing a battery. You're charging yourself, meaning that you're probably, you're working out, you're eating decent, trying to make sure you get enough water, not really sleeping too well, but trying to make sure that the physical vessel is up to par. But on the inside, the battery is not charging. The battery is not charging because your brain, your mind, the guilt and the obligation. It's almost like you feel obligated to what is this obligation about? It's there are so many different emotions swirling around that I can't quite make out which emotion this is. And of course it doesn't have to be just one, but as you guys are feeling this swirl of emotions, I would like to be able to at least offer some sort of clarity on that, because that is a huge tie. It's almost like it's what's keeping the ball together. You feel okay. So there's two different things. You feel the obligation. A part of the obligation is feeling like you had to fill their shoes. And this is when it comes to mothering your siblings, feeling obligated to be the one to step up into that mom role. And this may have even been, you might not even realize that you had done this or are doing this, but finding fulfillment. And because I see that this is something that also brings you joy, you get emotional fulfillment by making sure that your family is okay, which is a huge part of why you are having why you're being hit with this abandonment issue again, because I feel like this is not the first time that this has happened in your life, even though it may not have been from a parent. Some of you, it may have been from a parent, not physically, but emotionally abandoned, financially abandoned, intellectually abandoned. Wanting to remind you, your mom, is that that's not your role to fill. That's not your role to fill. You have to allow your siblings to go through this process on their own, because you still have to go through this process as well. With the Page of Pentacles right here, the page is a pretty young and naive energy. Not in a bad way, but sort of like a child finding its way. You are in the space of building, and here with the World card too, you are in a space of building a new reality, a new foundation that involves your mom in a different capacity. Because I want to remind you that your mother is not gone. And I will remind you again, and I will show you the Sun card again, that she is your main spirit guide. She is your guardian angel right now, which I'm sure y'all knew. You probably just needed some confirmation. Your mom is your guardian angel, and she is not going to let anything harm you. And she needs you to allow her to step fully into this new role. And she's saying, I'll be right back. But you have to let me go for the moment. You have to let me go for the moment so that I can come back and help you, because there's something that you are overcoming, and it's feeling like relationships. A part of the wall that you're hitting with relationships, and this isn't just romantic, but it's also with friendships, is not allowing you, again, remember that concrete you have around your heart space, is causing you to stay in a place of codependency and fear. It's making you afraid to set boundaries. It's like you would much rather stay in this little shell, even though there are some huge things that are coming to you. I want to be clear about that. And there are some huge things that you're wanting to accomplish. And I also want to be clear that although I'm losing the majority of you guys who chose this pal, your mom is physically transcended. She's physically no longer with us in this realm as a human, but as spirit now. And then there are some of us who may have the relationship itself may have changed. Mom may have moved away, or mom may have remember we talked about the abandonment. She may have been the parent that left. Regardless of all of that, she's always sending you positive energy. She's always sending you and making ways for you that you don't even see. And so she is, and she's saying she knows you're stubborn. She knows you're stubborn. And it's going to take a while for you to get to the place of actually making changes, because you don't like doing things when other people tell you to do them. So this reading might not be the thing to make you, yeah, I really do need to change my ways. Help me, you know? And this is you talking to yourself, because we all talk to ourselves like that, right? But it's just planting the seed. She's wanting the seed to be planted that you can communicate with her. She wants to communicate with you. And the card that she has for you guys is radical honesty. You'll see that. Radical honesty. And I actually do want to read from the book, so let me find that little guy. To believe in the facade is to suffocate in the armor of alienation, self-defeat, and self-denial. The mother warrior assures you that it is okay and not at all a failure or flaw to experience disappointments, betrayals of the heart, and confusion. Rather, this is what it is to be transparently and universally human. She encourages you to look candidly at your current limitations and past the regrets and the things that you wish were not part of your character or life story. And there's another page or so. But the main message, consider your reality as a mirror reflecting all of yourself back to you. See yourself through the eyes of compassion and love. Make it a priority to experience yourself in authentic connection with others and feel your world transform into the joyful fulfillment of all that you have been fighting for. Again, she knows, she sees that you've been trying so hard to heal through this, especially trying to, or not trying, because you are being strong. You have been strong throughout all of this, even though you feel like you haven't been. But don't keep putting yourself on the back burner. She's wanting to connect with you a little bit deeper. But there has to be some radical honesty there with yourself and accepting that things are different. The relationship is not over, but it's different. And then you have the chameleon that came up for you guys. And the chameleon says, conceal ambition with patience until it is time to make your move. Patience, compassion. Chameleons are also, reptiles, the primitive brain, our root chakra, our ancestors, fight or flight, the state that we revert back to in emergencies when our brain is like, fuck this, I'm not thinking. This is where we go to that primitive brain. And you're rewriting that right now. Now is the time to rewrite that. And it requires you to be honest with yourself. And it requires you to open up a little bit so that you can receive more of the love and see it more, because I'm feeling like you guys are, again, not just feeling abandoned and alone, but also I see the waves of depression that you're going through as well. And don't let people, you grieve how you need to grieve. Because I'm feeling like today a lot of you guys are getting messages about, just let it go. No, that's your mom. And I don't want you guys to confuse this message with being that. But these are messages directly from that mother energy, wanting you to be strong and connect with them. Continue. But if you feel like, today you just don't have it, then that's okay. Again, the radical honesty. Meeting yourself with compassion in that moment. Allowing yourself to feel the emotion. Feel it, but not hold on to it. Feel it, but not hold on to it. And I understand. You're doing amazing. Even though I know it doesn't feel like it, you are doing amazing. And I applaud you, because nobody can understand the grief and the pain that you feel unless they've gone through it. And even if they've gone through it, everyone's relationships are different. And so a part of that obligation too is allowing yourself to, you don't allow yourself to feel a certain way because you feel like it's wrong, letting go of that obligation. And I do want to pull one more card for you guys. One more card for you guys while you're blowing your nose or crying or whatever it is that you whatever's going on over there right now. You have two cards that showed up for you. Viracocha, Honor the Light, and then Aluka Vahini, She who rides the owl brings justice. And so I do want to give a little brief description of these goddesses. First with Viracocha, and she is telling you, reminding you, that you are a light bearer. Your sole purpose is to redress the presence of darkness on this planet through shining the light. You are meant to do this in the ways that feel most uplifting to you. What brings brightness to your spirit? Do those things. How can you create a loving legacy to remind others of the light? Exploring and expressing the light in ways that remind others to seek the light too is a way to fulfill your divine destiny. Your light is powerful. Use it. And then Aluka Vahini. Let's see what this goddess has to say. I am the goddess of karma, wealth, and balance. I come to correct a dharma, that which is dark, unnatural, and against nature, life, love, and goodness. I redress the misuse of wealth and power. I enact divine justice and restore divine order. Trust in the innocence of your own soul and fear not, for I am ever watchful, and my power brings truth. Divine justice is always brought to bear. And so I want to again applaud you guys for continuing on this journey, because I know there were times where you didn't want to. And then your last card, look to nature for healing. Get outside, go for a walk, sit on the porch, get some air, go for a drive. Sending you guys so much love. So much love. Ayo, this is deck number 2. If you chose the clear quartz heart deck, you guys had a lot of cards come out. So whatever your message is, I know it's they're excited to tell you. I can see that you guys are probably in the space of it looks like you guys are in the space of repairing your relationship with your mom right now. Or thinking about repairing it, because I'm feeling like you guys are in the thinking phase in your little cocoon here with the Hermit card, which is all about going inward to find clarity, solitude. You got a lot of blue here, the throat chakra. Conversation, so many words that you guys, so much that you have to say still. And you might not even be in a space of wanting to fix this relationship, honestly. Right now, I'm feeling like you're just kind of like, fuck it. You're just kind of like, fuck it. It's not even worth it. Like, I'm tired of trying to explain myself, and I'm tired of trying to make her see my point of view. Or you could just be afraid of sharing your point of view. Feeling like maybe there was some it's feeling a little borderline abusive, and not necessarily physical, but a lot of verbal abuse, harsh words, not feeling emotionally safe in the relationship with your mother, and so I understand why you are not really wanting to have these conversations. Or it could have been that an argument led to you realizing, like, nah, this is not let me figure this out on my own. She doesn't belong in the picture. And it could be you feeling like you're trying to get your siblings to understand your perspective. So what's up with it? It's feeling like there is you almost feel like your mom is being controlled or manipulated by someone else. Her thoughts are not her own. Her actions are not her own. Her behaviors are not her own. Whoever it is that she's in a relationship with right now seems to be pretty controlling. And I'm seeing you don't really have a relationship with that person. Or you don't really care for the person that she's with. Almost like they're feeding negative stuff into your mom's ear, and she's Rocky. Sorry, my dog's trying to see. He's trying to listen to your reading too. Yeah, feeling like she's probably being manipulated a lot of it, actually. And I see where it's causing confusion for you. You had the moon card in reverse here, hoping that you aren't. There's a part of you that wishes or hopes that, that wasn't the reality, even though you know that it is. You understand that there's not anything you can do with the hangman here. Understanding that this has to just, mom's journey is mom's journey. But there's still a part that, of course it's mom. So there is a part of you that, is open to hearing. You want an apology. You will love an apology. You will love for her to realize the ways that she has contributed to your heartbreak. The ways that she has contributed to, you might not have even realized how this relationship with your mom creeps over into your current relationships. Be careful that the anger you have towards your mom doesn't come out towards others. Don't repeat the cycle is what I'm hearing. So be careful. Be mindful. Yeah, and I see you're trying hard to keep it to woosah. Because I see sometimes your mom just be doing shit to piss you off, it seems. And this control could also be coming from an outside source. Dare I say the church and religion. I'm not going to say God, because that's not, the divine doesn't manipulate. But you see the control, your mom, her being controlled by the patriarch. And I see why you become frustrated with even having a conversation. Like, what am I even talking to you for? You're not going to understand. She's not in a place right now. She's not in a place right now to understand, you think. Yeah. She's searching for something. She's searching for herself. She's searching for herself, but looking outside of herself. Looking outside of herself, wanting that fulfillment, that comfort, wanting that comfort of a man to keep her safe. Safety, I feel. Safety, I feel, is what she's really looking for. It's interesting though, because that same safety that she was searching for is the same safety that you're searching for, except you were able to set your boundaries, or are in the you are in the place of setting your boundaries, because I see that there's still some pain, of course, associated with making this decision, but you are realizing that, you know, it's going to take some, it's going to take a lot of forgiveness and compassion and patience for you to get through this. And these are all pretty new. These are all pretty new. You're finding it for yourself first, and then you can have it for her, if that makes sense. You have to have that compassion for yourself first before you can offer it to others. Yeah, you guys are really, really, really trying to get to a right place, to a place of balance and harmony. Really, I see you guys have really started to, you guys have really begun your spiritual journey. And this could be you going back to church. This could be you, even though I feel it's more of a getting into meditating, getting into the chakras, the stones, and maybe working with herbs, massages, getting more into holistic health so that you can dive further into yourself. And so with saying that, I do want you to know that that is a service that I offer. If you are looking for some guidance as you start this journey, because I know how confusing and scary and alone it can feel when you're starting out, and just based off of your mom having such a firm upbringing in the church, assuming that you also had the same, or at least had some of those ideals handed to you, given to you as a child, as you grew up. And you have Kaitiaki, guardian of Papatuanuku. Hopefully I said that right. And I just want to read this card real quick, or a portion of it, to see what kind of energy this goddess is bringing into you. You are Kaitiaki, guardian of the divine feminine. Your relationship with Mother Earth is sacred, empowering, and healing. You are destined to become more spiritually intimate with her, sharing in her creative potency and wisdom. Lean into her and trust in her support, even as you serve her by courageously voicing truth. She is your great ally, friend, and healer, and as you dedicate yourself to her, she dedicates herself to you. Yeah, exactly. I see exactly what you guys, we were just talking about. You guys getting back to the roots, diving into the spirituality. Really wanting to connect with yourself. Really wanting to connect with yourself right now. Machu Picchu. That's the card you came up with. I know you probably can't read it. I am nourished in both body and mind. I can see my part in the wider universe. I reap what I sow. And this kind of goes back to the, you diving into spirituality, really wanting to find your own way. Find your own way. You're over being told what to do, how you have to believe, what it has to look like. And you have the hippopotamus coming up as your power animal today. Friends stand close by to shield you from life's adversaries. So you feeling like you have a strong circle around you who are there for you whenever you need. I'm feeling like they know when you're kind of going too deep in the hole, if that makes sense. You have friends that you don't even have to tell that you need it, that you need space, that you need love, that you need whatever. You have a lot of intuitive friends, which is a blessing, because, you know, intuitive friends know what you need before you even know you need it. And I see that you're also one of their intuitive friends. Look to nature for healing. the last pile got the same card. Getting back to the roots, getting back to the beginning. And so you keep going inward. You keep going inward. You keep going inward. That light that you have, your mom sees it, and it's making a difference. Okay, so keep going. I love you. Bye. Hi, you guys. This is deck number 3. The coral. See what y'all got going on. You guys had a lot of cards come up. You guys might not have seen your moms in a while. I'm feeling like it's been a while since you saw them. You could live away from them. You could be physically separated from them, as in they may live somewhere else, or you recently lost them, because this is feeling really, really fresh. This is feeling really fresh. And it could just be that because today is Mother's Day, that is feeling so raw. So raw. Yeah. Just wanting to see her again. Just wanting to see her again. And I can, the last couple of days have probably been super intense for you emotionally. It's like your body remembers. Your body remembers this time of year. Your body remembers this time of year. And it brings up sadness. Today brought up some sadness for you. And I'm feeling like this deck may have been a child that you lost. Yeah. That might be what you are dealing with today. Because I'm seeing uncontrollable sobbing. I'm seeing uncontrollable sobbing. And this, yeah. It's almost like today is a day of reliving. Today is a day of reliving for you. The pregnancy, the moments, the what ifs, the blame. There's no blame. There is no blame. There is no blame. As you, the little boy that just popped up, a lot of you guys may have lost a son. There's a little girl here too, don't worry. She's like, don't forget me. For those of you guys who are grieving children, They'll be back, is what they're saying. They'll be back. And this could be, I'm not sure if you have if there's someone in your family right now that's pregnant, or if you're pregnant or planning on having children in the future, but they're saying that they'll be back, letting you know that their souls are going to come back into this world through another body. And they will be someone that it'll be someone, either you or someone that is close to you, so that you'll still have a relationship with them. And I feel like some of you guys might already have had these children reborn as a nephew or a niece. Yeah. I'm feeling like some of these children they may have come back already. They may have come back already, and some of these children may not have even. I'm seeing either died in the womb or shortly after birth. But you don't have to keep holding on to that. You can let that go. It's like your body remembers the delivery process, and it triggers the panic attacks and the anxiety attacks, and you're I'm trying to hold it together, but I want you to know that you are seen. Your pain is seen, because a lot of you guys haven't even told many people that you lost a child. This is something that some of you guys have been dealing with on your own. And this could also be an abortion. They'll be back. They'll be back. They'll be back. Smile. I know there's so much guilt, and there's so much guilt that you carry. So much guilt that you carry. It's keeping you up at night. There are some of you guys who, when you're sleeping, you feel like something is on your chest, like you can't, what do they call it? Sleep paralysis. It's feeling like in your sleep sometimes, the guilt, the guilt and the shame that you have. And I even see some of these pregnancies may not have occurred at the right time, is what I'm hearing. It wasn't the right time. It wasn't the right time. And you made the right decision, because it wasn't the right time. Sometimes you find yourself daydreaming, again, the what ifs, and seeing other families, and wondering what the relationship would have been like. They are not leaving your side in the spirit realm. I want to make clear that even if they have come back into this life as someone else, that their soul can still be a guardian angel for you. And I'm seeing that that is the case. Um, they are with you. They are with you. And it was a part of some karmic debt, is what the kids are saying on both mom and dad's side. They had to come in to clear some karma, and then they had to clear some karma so they can go and be free, and that so that they can come back with more wisdom and knowledge and understanding to help you, is what they're saying. They're coming back to help you. Don't worry. And I just want you to know that these children um, are up here laughing and playing and living their best life. So even though I don't understand. Even though I see the pain, the void, and I know that this reading won't take it away. But I hope that you, knowing that they are up here fucking playing hopscotch and back with their angel buddies, that they are safe and they are happy and they love you and they're here. They're saying they're here. It's some of you guys might even it's like they come in your home sometimes, and like it's like they cause mischief sometimes, like maybe knocking stuff over or leaving a light on. I know it sounds a little creepy, but it's it's your children playing, and they are harmless. That's just for some of you guys. Not sure why they had me say that, but I know that if I said it, then some of you guys must be experiencing that, wondering what it is, or some of y'all probably know what it is. They want you to know that they see you. We see you. Yeah. Even seeing how they their existence caused a change in the relationship with you and the mother, father, whoever the other party was. And it's again seeing that you blamed yourself for all of it. It was a part of karmic debt that had to play out, because that relationship wasn't supposed to look the way you expected it to, is what I'm hearing. Not the way you expected it to go. All of it. Not just the marriage or the relationship, but all of it. And this is your card, Enganyama, the lion. And I definitely want to read this card to you, what this energy is all about. The fierceness of this lion. The ancient king of the Zulu brings you an empowering message. You are destined to know and experience what it is to be truly empowered. Your voice, your courage, your wisdom, and your dignity can create considerable spiritual light, uplifting and inspiring others, guiding them from a place of spiritual truth towards the fulfillment of their own divine potential. If you've been doubting yourself or feeling unworthy of the boldness of your visions, you must allow your spirit to roar, for you shall conquer all obstacles and succeed in your heart's desires. Okay. Let's pull another card for you. You guys are I can see that you guys are also pretty empathic as well. So, you hold on to emotions in a different capacity than others do. And the power animals you got is the wild boar, which says, whatever tradition or others expect of you, only to yourself be true. Let me read that again. Whatever tradition or others expect of you, only to yourself be true. So basically, fuck what everybody else is saying. What do you need? And then you have the water buffalo, which says, face life head on with courage and reclaim the brave spirit within you. Yeah, seeing the grief that you guys have been carrying, are carrying. Release, yeah. And this could be releasing the tears, releasing the shame, releasing the guilt, the emotions that you don't want to sit with and acknowledge. Release yourself. Release yourself. And even, whenever you're in the space to releasing that part of releasing that guilt will free not just your soul, but also your children's souls to come back and now help you in another realm. You're not releasing them, but the guilt that you have associated with them. And so, again, I want you to know that you are loved and you are held. And I'm sending you all the love and compassion right now. Okay? I love you. Hi. This is pile number 4. If you chose the Malachite stone. Y'all are having a good day today. Just kidding. Looked like y'all were having a good day today, but you're really fighting through it. You're really fighting through it. You're celebrating. You're celebrating on the outside. This celebration seems very superficial. You're waiting for something. You're waiting for something. You're and it could be okay. Almost like you're waiting for the right time. You are waiting for things to change. You are holding your tongue, confused about which way to go. You've invested so much into your relationship that you're just waiting for it to change. This is sorry. There's so many things happening with you guys right now that is very difficult to, like, you're in the middle of everything. Just, it's like everything got shaken up at one time, and it's almost kind of like you don't even want to look at it. And this could be you finding out some things that you didn't want to find out, or yeah, finding out some things that you didn't want to find out about this person. But it's not the first time that this has happened, and it's feeling a little bit like some sort of cheating or infidelity, some sort of miscommunication, and this could be over a child, almost like you're holding it together for the child today. Y'all are holding it together for the kids, trying to celebrate Mother's Day, but not really feeling it, if that makes sense. Wanting to talk, but not really wanting to talk. Wanting to go forward, but also wanting to be done. But trying to do what's right. What you've been taught is right. Because I see that it's almost like you've been going through these motions for a long time, and you're waiting for things to change, and nothing has changed. And so you've gotten to the point where it's like, let's just keep it together for the kids. And this could be a marriage. It's feeling like a marriage or a long term. Y'all were together for a while. I'm feeling like your child or your children could be, I mean, they're not babies. Grade school age, I'm feeling like. But why do you feel like you can't do better? Why do you feel like you can't do better? And I'm going back to making mom proud. Wanting to make mom proud. Yeah. Trying to be patient and compassionate. It's almost like you are trying so hard not to become your mom that you are becoming your mom. And I don't mean that in a terrible way, because your mom is amazing. I mean the parts of her that left you needing more, the parts of her that frustrated you or annoyed you. You've tried so hard to not become or to not act out those behaviors that you have been. And you're realizing it, and it's scaring you. And I'm seeing that this is, and I'm assuming that the infidelity came up because it's the pretending that you saw with your parents, and assuming that they were just staying together for you, even though you didn't feel the joy and the happiness that you would have liked to feel between them. The love you felt wasn't pure. Afraid of going and making the same mistakes. That's what we call it, making the same mistakes. You have to find in your heart the compassion for yourself. You know, with the strength card here, the strength card is all about patience and understanding, logic and intuition. It's bringing everything all together to tame that beast, you know, to really tame that beast, that lion. And this lion, I'm feeling it's the lion within you, because there's a lot of anger. There's so much anger, and it almost feels like disgust that you have towards this person. And in turn, because, you know, people are mirrors for ourselves, right? The disgust that you have within yourself for even choosing such a person. And that sounds very harsh. So I understand why it's so difficult for you to play this role for the sake of your child, your children. But I'm seeing that your child, like you were, they're very smart. They're very intuitive. And so they can feel that things aren't right. They can feel that things aren't right. And not to say there is no right or wrong thing. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that you are, and I think I said that already, don't neglect yourself or force a situation that has served its purpose. Your child will understand if you share more emotionally with them, is what I'm hearing. Share more emotionally. Because they understand more than you think they do. Like you understood more than your parents thought you did when you were a child too. And so just reminding you to continue being patient and compassionate with yourself as you go through this, trying to figure out what really is the right thing for you and your family. Seek inspiration in unusual places. Is what your guides want you to know in there. Seek inspiration. And I'm feeling like you guys, this could definitely be my artsy pile. But you guys have kind of gotten away from the things that used to bring you clarity. Painting, hiking, nature, cooking, baking. I'm even seeing some of you guys like rearranging your homes, swimming, being active. Some of you guys like to work out and you haven't done that in a while. And your power animal for today is the hummingbird. And the hummingbird represents the heart chakra in native cultures. Turn away from infidelity so that love may blossom. Turn away from infidelity so that love may blossom. Get back to what you need. Get back to what you need. You can't keep wearing this mask because you're hurting yourself. you're hurting yourself. And you are loved. You are loved. You are. Even though the love may not feel right, you already are. You're searching for love, not realizing you are already loved. You yourself are loved, and you are loved. Period. Okay? Remember, you are loved. Alright? Bye. Ayo. This is deck number 5. If you chose the Pyrite, it's the one that looks like metal. Sorry, it's a little difficult to see it with the light. See what y'all got going on today. What messages are in store for you guys? Y'all are finally starting to feel like yourselves today. Maybe not fully, but as you're celebrating today, seeing that you guys have been through a lot, and I'm seeing that you probably suffer from anxiety, not feeling like you deserve to be celebrated. Sometimes this might be a little uncomfortable, being celebrated today. A lot of things have changed over the years, and so it doesn't feel right. Even though you're celebrating, it's something about it that doesn't feel right. Something's missing. Yeah. Something is missing. And it could be even though it's Mother's Day, I'm feeling like you guys might not have children, but are missing mom. And today trying to celebrate her rather than mourn her is what it's feeling like. But you can't, it's like you're in a space of crying and laughing at the same time, appreciating the goddess that your mom was, and also remembering that the relationship is not the same. Maybe in a space of questioning who you are, what you really want. Still trying to process a lot of the grief too. I'm feeling like, and some of you guys may not have physically lost your moms, but the relationship is in a sensitive space right now. You may not have spoken to your mom for a while. You may not even know your mom. You may not even know your mom, your birth mother rather. Searching that part of your heart that you might have two moms. You have more than one mom. You have more than one mom, because I'm feeling like you have a mother that you're mourning, and this could also be a grandmother. You have a mother that you're mourning, and then you have the mother that you're celebrating. Or it could be you that's being celebrated. And so there's a dynamic here that I see where the overthinking is coming from. Sorry, you guys, my battery died. So, try to finish up where we left off with, you guys not having children kind of trying to now pave your own way. You're paving your own way, really working through all of the emotions and fog, kind of wondering what you should do. Rest if you can. I understand that some of you guys might have a lot of financial obligations, might have some things, some appointments or celebrations or something coming up that you need to be at, but whenever you have to find time to be still, to find some quiet time for your mind especially. And I've shared a couple of playlists on my page actually, that I use whenever I'm kind of in my head and overthinking and need to calm down a little bit. You have to create your safe space, which I see is what you're doing. Don't be afraid of it. You are in a new phase of your life. You are in a new phase of your life. You don't have to stay in the heartbreak, because I'm seeing that heartbreak is something that it's almost like you're used to it. You're used to getting your heart broke. You're used to people leaving you or fucking you over. Being yourself is sacred. Yeah, you don't have to pretend to be anyone else or someone that you're not to please other people. Fuck that. Be you. And I see that you are really learning who you are right now. You are learning who you are right now. I just want to pull one card for you guys before my battery dies again. It pulls itself. Ma'at and Hathor. Hathor is the divine mother goddess, and Ma'at is the goddess of chaos. She brings order to chaos, to balance. These two goddesses are bringing you truth, magic, integration, the sacredness of womanhood, helping you to balance out this energy that you're in right now. And so I'm sending you all the love and peace and understanding that you guys need right now. One more card. So my battery hasn't died yet. If I could for you. Fushimi Inari Grand Shrine. That was difficult to say. I nourish myself and I am open and completely abundant. I am fertile in every way. I am joyful and happy. You got this. Okay? I love you.